Well, welcome back to Stewart Arts. This morning I have a bit of an announcement that's got me feeling sad but also excited at the same time. If you watch my channel for any time, you know that I like to do wood turning, and I've used this Ridgid lathe that I've had for a couple of years now, and I probably have turned 50 or 100 pieces on this. I bought this machine on Craigslist. I got it new in the box from a gentleman who had bought it but never got around to building it, and he just decided to let it go. So I got it, 150 bucks or so. I put it all together and then learned how to do turning on this machine. So it's a decent machine. It's worked well for me. I did a 1,000-day review on this thing. There's another video I have about the Ridgid lathe. But I've decided to move on. So I'm a little sad and saying goodbye to this old friend here. But I have made the decision to go with the Nova Comet 2, and I'll be ordering that here pretty soon. I haven't ordered it yet, but I've got to time it around some life events and so forth. So the next time you see me do a wood turning video, I should be on my Nova Comet 2. So I'm very excited about getting that new tool, bringing it in here, learning how to use it, and getting it set up. Some of the features that I missed on this lathe that I knew I would want and that I'll be getting in the Nova include, first of all, a tailstock with a hand crank on the back of it. When I'm center boring pieces on this lathe, you have to use this little hand wheel here, and it's a little fatiguing to do if you have a lot of material that you're removing. I use the Forstner bits and I'm cranking this thing, and my forearms actually get tired and I get blisters on my fingers from doing it. So I wanted a real crank that I could feed my drills into the work with, so the new lathe has that. This has a 4-belt position pulley system. So there's 4 speeds, and it gives you a pretty good range, but there are times when I want very slow. For example, when I'm finishing something, if I finish something and I just want to continue rotating it slowly while the finish dries, that'll be a nice feature. I also want the ability to tune the speed as I'm turning, so the Nova has that. And then finally, the reversibility. When sanding, you really, to get the good finish, you really want to be able to reverse the direction of the work. And this machine does not do that. So the Nova has that feature, and I'm really excited about using it and taking my turning to the next level. Well, I've really enjoyed having this thing, and if you haven't seen my wood turning videos, I probably have 10 to 15 of them on this channel, and if you ever get bored one night, you might want to look some of those up and check those out. Tend to make smaller pieces. I love the lidded box. That's kind of my favorite form to do. I've also done some small bowls and things like that. So that's all I had today for Stewart Arts. If you haven't decided to become a subscriber, I sure hope you'll push that button and come and visit me from time to time here at Stewart Arts. Happy trails to you until